but very far from least, 2025 inductee to the International Boxing Hall of Fame, 8th Division World Champion, global superstar, Manny Pacquiao.
In a recent interview with TMZ Sports, Pacquiao opened up about his return to boxing, revealing his disillusionment with politics. He admitted he had hoped to replace boxing with a career in public service, but quickly realized, politics is so dirty. I don't like that. Despite his intention to serve honestly, the corruption he witnessed pushed him away. I had to come back to my first love, he said, referring to boxing.
Yeah. Well, last question. Will you ever run for president in the Philippines? You know, like, you know, the Senate run is over. You know, like you're coming back to fighting. Would you ever consider it?
Right now, I'm at like zero in my mind about politics.
I feel you.
Politics is so dirty.
Oh wow.
Manny Pacquiao suspended his boxing career to focus on politics, but after facing a string of failures and unfulfillment, he's now returning to the sport. 4 years ago, he retired after a tough loss to Denis Yugas, acknowledging that his body couldn't handle it anymore. However, despite the toll of age, Pacquiao is now making a comeback, aiming to break a record he set 6 years ago. It seems puzzling that he's returning to the ring with the goal of becoming a world champion once again.
Go to what you wanted to go. Not that you want to think like that as a champ, you know? You don't think
Yeah.
But what if it doesn't? Does that mean not to continue? Because the boxing world, you know...
Why not? I'm still here. As long as my body can fight, then I'll fight.
I love it. You know, how old can you imagine, based on how you feel? Like, how old do you think you can get in the ring, you know? 50?
I don't know. That's a favor and blessing from God. Amazing.
Manny Pacquiao recently opened up about his disillusionment with politics, calling it dirty and saying, in politics, you don't know what is real or not. People have many faces. His comments reflect the disappointment he felt after years as a senator and a failed presidential run. Pacquiao, who retired from boxing in 2021 to pursue a political career, now admits the unclear motives and false promises in politics drained his motivation.
Eye-opening experience, to realize that.
Politics is so dirty.
Wow.
So, but I don't like that. I mean, I don't like that. I want to. When I was in politics, I want to serve honestly. I want to serve people because.
Pacquiao always had a desire to enter politics, hoping to help his people, but soon realized things didn't go as planned and decided to step away from that path. In a recent interview, he addressed concerns about his return to boxing after years away, responded to critics by saying he's in great shape and adding, as long as my body can fight, then I will fight.
Of that, but you know, I'm the one who can, feel my body.
Right.
I'm not abusive to my body, so I'm always discipline my body. And of course, not only that, but it's a blessing from God. I still have this condition, strength, speed.
Well, people
on social media, Pacquiao declared, "I'm not done with this yet." Quoting Rocky, "Life hits you hard, but what matters is how many blows you can take and keep going." His training videos feature the iconic "Eye of the Tiger" song, showing his determination. His last fight was on August 21st, 2021, against Denis Yugas, who won by unanimous decision. That bout at T-Mobile Arena in Nevada marked Pacquiao's retirement as he turned to politics. Now, the Filipino legend is preparing for a big comeback and hopes to have his fans' full support.
My legs is tight.
Yeah, we saw that when you didn't use your legs as much, not as much footwork from you, and not as much head movement from you as well. Was it a matter of tightness? Was that the issue?
Yeah, my legs is so tight. That's why it's hard to move.
Do you think that's father time? 42 years old, still doing this, man, going the distance here against. Yes, look at this. This crowd is so pumped to be here. They came to see you. What do you want to say to them?
Well, I'm so thankful to them.
Manny Pacquiao, now 46, is set to fight Mario Barrios for the WBC title on July 19th, 2025. Driven by an unshakable passion for boxing, he says his goal is to inspire the next generation and solidify his legacy in the ring. Disillusioned with the dirtiness of politics, Pacquiao states he'd rather be remembered as a boxing icon than a politician. While sports media acknowledge the inspiration behind his comeback, many also caution about the risks of returning at his age.
Well, listen, Bob Arams, obviously, he said he would never doubt you, but he said some things. He was basically saying, he says he understands, he doesn't understand why you would risk yourself fighting against a champion at this age, especially since you've been inactive. What do you say to that?
I understand of the concern of other people. I'm thankful of.
Political analysts view Pacquiao's disillusionment as a strong critique of the Filipino system, a national hero let down by his political journey. Now, at 46, he's coming out of retirement for another title shot. On social media, he shared training videos, photos, and quotes from the classic film Rocky, showing he's more determined than ever. For Pacquiao, age is no barrier to shining again in the sport he loves.
To leave a legacy to the young generation.
So you could serve more people in this realm than ever.
I always say, like, you are just passing by. We're blessed if we can get 100 years old in this world and then gone.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
We came to this world naked and we will depart naked.
No matter what happens next, Pacquiao's legacy is already one of the greatest in boxing history. Now a member of the International Boxing Hall of Fame, he looks back proudly, 8th Division World Champion, titles in 4 decades, and the oldest welterweight champion ever. Undeniable facts, not just opinions. Honored as a headline inductee of the Hall of Fame class of 2025 in Verona, New York, Pacquiao won't have much time to celebrate. He's already back in training for his July 19th fight in Las Vegas against WBC champion Mario Barrios.
Ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball and playing badminton. So I really love exercise and I really miss boxing. July 19th is gonna be a good action and good fight.
During his Hall of Fame speech, Pacquiao didn't dwell on politics. Instead, he celebrated his record of winning titles in 8 weight classes. From a 106 pounds flyweight to a 154 pounds junior middleweight champion, every fight, he said, was a step away from poverty. Not just for himself, but for his family and the Filipino people.
Good undercards in this fight, so I know Barrios' capacities. He can really entertain the fans, and we can entertain the fans on July 19. And also the undercards, they're very good match. So I'm sure the fans are going to watch the fight.
As excitement grows for Manny Pacquiao's return on July 19th against Mario Barrios, memories of his iconic wins resurface, especially his 2008 domination of Oscar de la Hoya, a fight that ended de la Hoya's career and launched Pacquiao into superstardom. Now, over 15 years later, de la Hoya reflects on that night, sharing a blunt take on what it was like to face the Filipino legend.
6 years old. You have to remember that. So give your body some rest. Rest right now is Manny Pacquiao's friend in between training, in between sparring sessions. There's no shame in taking a day off or two, Manny. Trust me. Let your body relax, let your body rest. He'll do fine. He's experienced.
Oscar de la Hoya recently admitted that Pacquiao's punches didn't do anything to him. Not because of lack of skill, but because they lacked knockout power. Speaking on the Combat Podcast, de la Hoya explained that it was Pacquiao's relentless pace and precision, not raw force, that overwhelmed him. It was more of an accumulation, he said, noting it may have been due to Pacquiao moving up in weight for his first welterweight fight.
Oscar, his comeback is coming back.
Yeah, 46.
Thank you. The WBC title at 147.
I wish him all the best.
Brother, I love him. Can you do it?
Can he do it? Absolutely.
That's a Mexican brother. Oscar needs.
He's a legend.
Some nice ones. Thank you.
He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it.
Though respectful, de la Hoya's reflections highlight how elite fighters view damage, not just through power, but sustained pressure. As Pacquiao prepares to face 29-year-old WBC champion Mario Barrios, de la Hoya, speaking Sakans out, offered a cautionary message. He's not the same Pacquiao who fought me or the greats. Be careful up there. At 46, the age gap is significant. And while Pacquiao may still have power, De La Hoya reminds us that boxing at this level is a brutal balance between legacy and risk.
Obviously the power, because it never leaves you. The speed I'm a little worried about, but I think, look, Barrios is a live dog. He's a world champion. And he's no slouch, so I think it's going to be a good fight. I wish Manny all the best. I'm not sure who's going to win. I really haven't seen Barrios, but I think Barrios, I mean, the youth is obviously, with...
If Pacquiao beats Barrios, he's already eyeing another big fight. While no names are confirmed, rumors of a high-profile matchup are growing. Whether this is a farewell tour or a serious title run, one thing is clear: Pacquiao still captivates. And for past opponents like De La Hoya, the memory of his relentless style lingers, even if, as Oscar said, the punches didn't do anything.
Pacquiao, what was going through your mind at that time, Oscar?
What happened in that fight, I mean, I was a zombie, drained. I had fought Bernard Hopkins at 160. So I knew in my head that it was over for me. The first round happened, he punched me, I couldn't throw back. My instincts weren't there, my fast twitch muscles weren't there. And every single round, if you watch my documentary, it explains to you what I was thinking, what I was feeling. I literally wanted to die in that ring. 8th round, everybody was gonna stop it. Everybody wanted to stop it, including the ref. And I said, no, I want one more. It's in my head.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford fight. Speaking to the ring, he highlighted the classic boxing debate. What happens when a great smaller fighter faces a great bigger one? Atlas's analysis, always respected in the sport, suggests this size versus skill clash would define the highly anticipated bout.
I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm, but chilly cold, where you can see things other people don't see and react to it just.
Crawford is jumping 2 weight classes for this fight, having last faced Israel Madrimov at 154 pounds, about where he didn't look his sharpest. But trainer Teddy Atlas pointed out that Madrimov's 300-fight amateur background made him a tricky opponent. Speaking to the ring, Atlas said, "Sure, Canelo has the size and power, but then you realize Crawford is faster, slicker."
He didn't have a great performance when he moved up to 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult style at that moment, and he was fighting at a weight class that was foreign to him, and we had to give him a minute. Nobody wants to give anyone a minute in this business. You're supposed to be great, you got to be great every minute. But I gave him a minute to kind of get his feet settled at a new weight class, and he still did.
Teddy Atlas compared Canelo versus Crawford to Pacquiao's 2008 win over Oscar De La Hoya. He recalled picking Pacquiao to win, despite De La Hoya being bigger and stronger, because Pacquiao's speed gave him the edge. De La Hoya had weight issues, sure, Atlas said, but the quicker guy had the real advantage, and it showed.
But I still see the greatness. The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, it's in his background, where he came from. That there's something about, just like a Sugar Ray Leonard had that something about him when he's a junkyard dog, when he has to be a junkyard dog. And with all the intangible gifts that I just touched on, not just that.
Teddy Atlas praised Canelo's resume, but called Crawford very special, highlighting his instincts, timing, and X factor. Meanwhile, Pacquiao, just inducted into the Hall of Fame, is turning his focus to Mario Barrios, a 30-year-old who wasn't even born when Pacquiao turned pro. Ranked number 5 by the WBC, Pacquiao sees Barrios as a winnable comeback fight. After a planned fight with Pacquiao fell through last year, Barrios ended up drawing with Abel Ramos in November. When asked about the 16-year age gap and the risk of returning, Pacquiao smiled and said not to worry. Trainer Freddie Roach added, "If anyone can do it, Manny can." Pacquiao also hinted that his son Jimmy will make his pro debut on the same card as the Fundura versus Sai rematch.
We're here in Manila with the great, legendary champion Manny Pacquiao, Sean Gibbons, and Manny is announcing the creation of the memorial for the 50th anniversary of Ali Frazier, the Thrill in Manila.
It was 50 years ago.
So next October 1st, 2025, many surprises to come. And we will fully support all your efforts.
It's going to be a big event.
Pacquiao's son Jimmy admitted he's concerned about his 46-year-old father returning to ring, but also expressed confidence. "I believe in him," he said, noting that Pacquiao stays in shape year-round, so weight and fitness won't be an issue.
In tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again? What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Manny, for a lot of people, you're the greatest fighter in history, the only champion in 42 decades. When you beat Barrios, what does that say?
Oh, it's a big thing for me.
And congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Excitement is building around Manny Pacquiao's comeback fight against Mario Barrios, despite ongoing criticism. As the July 19th bout approaches, fan enthusiasm remains strong. For more boxing news, moments, and updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you